While I'm in the house, it's hot in Kansas. My internet was out. They had to come out. They're supposed to come out. They said that first they were like they're gonna come Sunday, and then they was gonna charge. So I said come Monday. They didn't come Monday. The guy on the phone like called me 3 hours later talking about he couldn't find the place. Like that's the only guy they had. So they sent the guy the next day, and that guy was acting a little cheeky from the beginning. That's that's the only thing I hate about people that got whooped. Cause like, he think he know how to handle me. I already told him on the phone, you come that morning. They's gonna make me an appointment for next Thursday. I'm like, well, you really don't want me as a customer. If you're gonna come next Thursday, and they're like, oh yes we do. I'm like, no, you just told me you didn't want me as a customer. So how am I gonna be the last person you didn't go see? How I'm gonna be 2 weeks? That means you're gonna put other people in front of me. A bunch of giggling little people. They got a bunch of foreign people from foreign countries that work for Comcast. This little motherfucker. Now he heard me talking about I'm fixing my storm door. He going outside and he goes, I gotta leave this door open. I'm like, no, you don't. Well, I gotta be able to come back in. I'm like, well, it locks. That's why you saw me with the key while I was sitting outside, because I gotta fix the storm door. Well, you better stand right here. So I looked at him and like I went back and sat right here like this is where I was sitting yesterday when he came working. And then I was like, never mind, let me go tell Patricia. So he sees me out there and he's just sitting in the back of that van and like he's already complaining it's too hot in my house, you know. But who's sitting in the back of the van? He the whole time he's on his like cell phone. He was on his cell phone in here. So look at that. So as soon as I just gawked over the side of it and burped, while I'm looking at it, he ain't gonna look at me like I got some like I'm rude. I'm like because they have a problem with farting and not saying anything because they're too ashamed to burp. I'll burp. The fart motherfucker might shit in their pants, so they be like they gotta hold it in. But he got hit, and then but he goes. So when we come back in here, and he goes, something like how am I supposed to do something for him? And I'm like, you wait a minute. Y'all was supposed to be over here yesterday. If you was over here yesterday, you wouldn't have to be here worried about what I'm doing. Right now, you need to just, and he go, ooh. I was like, you just, because I guess whatever they told him, but I don't care. Whatever they told him, that doesn't mean you come up here and act like I'm your mother that whooped your ass and you're having some type of fucking flashback. Because there was like some stuff and I was cleaning up and there's this big stick and I twisted up these and putting twisters on some cables and wires and putting them in this container. And then I picked up this stick. I saw him jump, and you'll see him all the time. They have involuntary jumping. But anyway, so they got it fixed, like just before but the way business is run these days is not the way bureaucracy was run before. Where you can say whatever you want, and that person would just go ahead and do their job. They didn't have to get cheeky. It wasn't nothing personal. But anyway, so in time to see some of what Session had to say to the Senate. I got confused. But anyway, and there was this one lady, Harrison. There's one lady there. That the Republicans are very rude to women. They were rude to Elizabeth Warren. They was rude to this lady. I think Miss Harris. I think that was her last name. Oh, sorry if I got it wrong. Huh. Oh, I didn't listen to the whole thing. I just saw some sound bites. But then later on when to me it sounded like they were really rude. She was trying to ask some question, and that guy with his little ears, he just popped up. But it sounds to me that he doesn't need to be in the job that he's in. He doesn't sound like he's qualified because he seems like I think he's just another pathological liar, and I think that the way he was talking well, okay, I saw sound bites from her, but I did see some of a certain, anyway, a couple of people that talked to him, Session, and the way he was sounding, the way he was answering questions, the way he seemed to refuse to answer the question, talking about policies, and not able to pin down what the policies was. But they he didn't. But he didn't get smart ass and cheeky with the males. They just do it with the females. But that sound like a whole bunch of them was a bunch of greedy, thirsty dots. You know, Russia was throwing money. You've seen that ambassador from Russia. Who would want to have dinner with that? That big fat, like it looks like he's about 250 pounds heavier than he should be. His face is like, and it's the same thing with that one guy that used to work with Exxon, Banner. They're not the type of people that you would want. They look like the type of people that thought ever since they were 16 they had to buy prostitutes. And now look at them. They just look like a big old not good. Anyway, so I got my internet back, so I don't know what that noise is. Let me go see. Oh, he's mowing. I was like, let me go see who's out there. Somebody's mowing. Rick's across the street's mowing. But anyway, I didn't like the way I didn't like the way the Comcast guy's attitude. I was like, I don't give a fuck how I talk to her on the fucking phone. They should, people, I hate people like that. They're like, well, she act like this, she act like this. Well, as far as I'm concerned, when you came up in here, you let me know how you was raised. And you wasn't raised to respect nobody. Especially not no woman. You weren't even raised to respect yourself. They just was hitting on you and beating on your ass. Like they do. Like these people brag about how they do get whooped. And then when you bring it up, like when they want to talk about it, they can brag, right? And the whole time they're waiting for you to bring up some of the shit they done said to you about themselves. Everything in the beginning of their childhood was like just like a hateful type of not nourishing the child, not being concerned with the development of this child in such a way that you're not causing harm to them emotionally. Doesn't always have to be physical, but when there's physical, and then you just get these motherfuckers little narcissistic things. I told him when he was in here, I said, take this paper. You don't see no trash can in here. I don't have a trash can. You can take the trash with you. That's what you should do. They should have a trash can in the van. You should take the trash with them. They're gonna throw a piece of paper down on my driveway, and I'm like, you nasty. And I said it loud enough for you to hear, and I'm like, you nasty little motherfucker, always littering, ain't you? Just like somebody got fucking beat to grow up. Because you can't tell them not to do something. Because now they don't get whooped. So now, I can do it. What you going to do? Well, there might be some littering laws. I don't have to do anything. But they don't enforce any littering. You can litter all you want. The cops litter. They just, the world is their trash can. They shall not want for a place to throw their trash. In the water, the sea, and let's pump it in the air with different type of carbon dioxides and another type of. Never mind. I'm tired. It's hot. Actually, like this, the temperature was that day. He had been out in the sun, and so in the direction that sun's real hot there, right? So when he came in here, he was in there. I was sitting right here. I don't have the air conditioner on now. It's just the perfect temperature. But they have such a way, like the way he fucked. Because I told him the screen door is broke, so I guess he on purpose leaves the door open a little bit more, and I'm gonna be all right, because I'm but he's gonna be bent down. He's bent down, But anyway, he's like my head's high, and I was like, yeah. And then I saw he was real sweating. I thought, well, this fucker, he's probably been drinking a lot of tea, soda pop, and then drink a lot of Gatorade. He probably haven't been drinking no water, He had to drink. So I told him, I'm like, you need to drink like 2 12-ounce glasses of water before you go to work. Don't drink any Gatorade until you finish your shift. Then you could replenish your electric lights. You know what I'm saying? But, anyway, I can't believe some of these ladies, they still drinking coffee. It's like it's too hot. This is actually ice water. Oh, I can't wait for my walk. Anyway, we'll see what's going on today. Sessions just comes out is a blatant lie. He comes out like he has something to hide. So we'll see what's going on. Um, what unfolds. I would like to know a little bit more about what the FBI and the CIA and those different organizations have on Trump. But it looks like now that we have enough information, I think now the problem is, how much do they want the citizens of the United States to know? We should know everything so that if there is some type of messing with our election, that's the only way it's going to be corrected. If they like cover it up, and it might not ever get corrected, and we'll be able to have, basically, like right now we just have the Russians running all up in the White House, literally, with that Blanca chick, and she looked like a cheap little white trash hoe, like, probably from from the inner city, little trashy white hoe looking Russian bitch that probably did a lot of sexual favors for money. And she ended up with the biggest, played out trick. And she did good. It's not doing it America's any good. And I think that the way the Republicans and the way Sessions acting, that they are infringing on the security of the United States by their lies. I know that man lies. He needs to go to prison for, for lying.